Hi, this is Beth Overhow for Central Kentucky Television. I'm here in Lebanon, Kentucky at Graham Memorial Park where there is now an event going on. I'm here with Lisa and Allie Martin. Hi, Lisa.
Good morning. How are you?
Great. It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, thank goodness.
Little
Yeah.
nippy.
Yeah.
But behind us and all around Graham Memorial Park, there's an event going on to draw attention to autism.
Yes, and I think as most people are starting to figure out now, April is Autism Awareness Month, which is why we have this event. Even though it might be a little windy or a little bit chilly, you have to have it in April. So this is our third annual Working the Puzzle for Autism Incorporated walk, and I'm very excited about it. We have a special guest coming this year, John Mackay Thompson, who is going to be performing right at 10, helping us open up the event. He is an 18-year-old autistic individual that didn't speak until he was 8, and he's going to be singing today. A song in the opening. He's going to help us with a balloon release, and then he will also be performing at a concert tonight at 6:30 at Lebanon United Methodist Church, which is free to the public.
And he's 18.
18, yes.
So, and behind us you have booths set up.
Yeah.
What are some of the various booths you have?
Well, we have different booths, scarves, shirts, different autism awareness items that we're selling to help raise money for Working the Puzzle for Autism. But then there's also different provider booths, different therapy services that are available that lets people know what's in this area if they have a child that has autism or a family member, just to let them know what's here. Also, the Kentucky Autism Training Center, they are here to let people know what's available throughout the state. So there's a lot of information and just lets people know what's available, educates them about autism for those that don't know. And, you know, of course, the purpose of this is to raise autism awareness, but also to raise money to help the kids in this county. We have been very fortunate in years past that people have been very generous, and we've used that money to, at this time, we have placed 15 kids in Marion County and 1 in Washington County, because my Springfield Business and Professional Women's also gives a big donation. 16 kids in the last year and a half with the Project Lifesaver bracelets, which is a tracking device to help track kids that they wander away, and a lot of kids that have autism are subject to doing that. We've also given money to the FMD room at the Marion County High School, where a lot of kids are actually there to help them with therapy supplies, a swing, which the kids love. Is very good for kids with autism. This year we are also giving away an iPad, an iPod, and a $250 gift certificate to 3 different families that have kids with autism to help with that, because those things are so important for kids with autism. You know, the technology, there's so many applications through iTunes and stuff that they can get and learn information. It just opens up a lot more possibilities for, and those items are more expensive for people to have to purchase on their own.
And I know in recent years, with the awareness of autism, there have been more children diagnosed with autism.
Yes. You know, even since I've started this organization, I actually had to get a new sign made. You know, at first they said 1 in 110. Last year and the beginning of this year, they started saying 1 in 88. And now I've seen recent studies that say 1 in 50 children have autism. And we have a lot of
Does that percentage seem to hold true for this area?
You know, there's a lot of kids in this area that have autism. And, you know, my son Evan, who is 14, and, you know, some other kid in this area, you may not see them being the same because the spectrum is so wide. You know, there's some that are verbal, some that are nonverbal. And, you know, there's a lot of kids in this area that are affected, and that's my goal, is to eventually get as many kids in this county that need the Project Lifesaver bracelets, because I personally feel that's just important. You know, I helped to get the grant for that project because, you know, that's a concern I have for my own child, and, you know, especially a child that's nonverbal that can't answer and tell you where they are. You know, even my son, if he's in the same room and I call for him, he wouldn't answer me.
And as more children are becoming adults,
right,
then those children will, as young adults, will continue to need help and assistance with life.
And those bracelets are $300. So for a family to ask, even if they needed it to make that purchase, that's just a hardship, because, you know, parents that have kids that are going to different speech therapies, physical therapy, they're using their gas money to go take them to those therapies if they can even get that paid for. So I'm trying to find ways to help people, to give them resources that they need, that the kids will benefit from, and that's my goal with this whole sole purpose, and to raise awareness to get people talking about it.
Well, I know this is the third annual event
Yes,
that you've had here in Lebanon, and that begs the question: there will be a fourth.
I get better at this the more I do.
Okay, and if you did not make the event this year, then let's tell our viewers what they're missing. What's going to be happening here today?
Well, a lot of the first thing that we're going to be doing is I'm very excited about my special guest coming, John Thompson, who's going to be singing. We will also recognize, at this point, I already have pre-registered 20 kids in the medallion ceremony, and I anticipate there will be a few more that will come to get recognized to say yes. The family has said they have autism. We want to recognize that they do, and they will be recognized in the medallion ceremony and get a special gift. There's kid games, kid activities, inflatables. We have the Cattlemen's Association here. If you can't make the event at 10, it'll be going on to 1. Come and get lunch with the Cattlemen's. You can never go wrong with that. All kinds of kids activities. And just
information for parents.
Actually, a networking opportunity to talk to other people and other parents.
And even if you don't have a child with autism, it would serve you well in interacting with people and seeing young adults in the community that may have autism on how to relate to them in public.
Well, and you don't have to have a member of your family to be affected by autism, because there are so many kids in this community and young adults that we're all going to be exposed to it. And that's my thing, is just to get people talking about it, make them aware, not to be scared to ask questions about it. I've always been very open and still am. If anybody ever has any questions about autism, I don't claim by any means to have a lot of knowledge. I have 14 years of experience. So that's my best thing, is the experience.
And you've networked.
Yes, and I've networked, because it's been it's been very beneficial for my son. And the biggest thing is just to try new things with these kids, because just like John Thompson, his dad happened to put a keyboard in his room and he started playing it. To expose them to different things, different opportunities. I mean, my son's been in karate, horse therapy, because there might just be one thing that may help them, that they're interested in. But if you don't try a bunch of different things with them, you may not ever know that. So that's the key, I think.
Well, congratulations. It looks like you've got a really good event going on, and awareness has continued to grow in our community, and you're doing a good job.
Well, and I just truly appreciate the community's support. They've been so gracious with this, and each year, I'm one person, but I actually have people come up to me and are offered to do things, and I really truly appreciate that. That means the world to me and to the kids that are affected by it and their families. All right.
Well, thank you so much. I'll let you get to it. It looks like it's going to be a busy day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Part of today's event of working the puzzle for the autism is a walk. The registration booth is one of the first tables set up around the tennis courts here. They will register those who want to participate in that event, and then as I pan around, you can see that different vendors and booths are set up with information and fundraising items. And more people are starting to arrive on this beautiful, crisp spring day. And as mentioned in the interview, the cattlemen are arriving now to prepare a great lunch. Pulling up to set up. Looks like it will be a wonderful event.